This year, 2013, will be the 19th E3 conference. In this 13th episode of Gaming Wars, let's finish what we started. This is the third part of a series that brings you the highlights of past E3 announcements and reveals. The 7th generation console era was a challenging time for platform owners, game developers and publishers, and the whole world economy. Last year, the convention divided in two, first-party console manufacturers on one side, and third-party game developers on the other. With the death of Atari and Midway, E3 is not as big as it once was. But despite all this, it's still a big deal to the gaming industry. Media companies invited to cover the event usually give out Best of Show awards in categories like Original Game, Best PlayStation, Best Xbox, Best PC, and Best Action Game. In this final part, let's highlight the games and consoles that many of us probably have hooked up to our TVs or in our computers right now. In 2005, E3 was finally broadcast on TV. Sony announced the PlayStation 3, along with pre-rendered video clips. Nintendo unveiled the Game Boy Micro and Wii console, but kept the controllers secret, and Microsoft introduced and set a launch date for the Xbox 360 to an audience of 70,000 attendees. The next year, with the Xbox 360 selling well, Bill Gates talked about integrating Microsoft services into one platform that supported multiplayer and chat, as well as these new games. Nintendo and Sony were finally ready to release their consoles. Nintendo had these launch titles ready, and kept the fire going for the DS with these new games. Sony shocked the world with the PS3's price tag, the new 6-axis controller, and announced these upcoming titles. Even though attendance actually started to go down compared to 2005, the Wii's innovative controller stole the show. The next year, E3 was reduced to invitation-only professionals so that only 10,000 people showed up. Microsoft brought Gears of War to the PC, showed off BioShock, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Assassin's Creed, and Halo 3 with a Halo-themed Xbox 360. We also got a demo of Crysis for PC. Nintendo showed off some accessories and some games. Sony cut the price of the PS3 and showed previews for what would become a few of its greatest PS3 games. In 2008, E3 really started to feel the pain. The recession was in full swing and only 5,000 people showed up. Microsoft demoed Gears of War 2, Fable 2, Fallout 3, Resident Evil 5, and Saints Row 2. Microsoft brought TV and movies to the Xbox Live. Nintendo announced a more precise controller and a couple of games. And Sony increased the value of the PS3 by doubling the storage, introducing movies to the PlayStation Network, demoing upcoming games like Resistance 2 and God of Wars 3, as well as announcing a refresh of the greatest hits list of games. In 2009, to fix declining attendance, E3 reversed its policy, inviting more computer and gaming enthusiasts. So of course attendance shot up to 41,000 people. This was the year of motion sensor accessories. For Xbox 360 games, we saw Halo Reach, Forza, and Motorsport 3. Nintendo revealed the new Super Mario Bros. Wii and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Finally, Sony announced a few games for the PS3 like the next Ratchet & Clank and Uncharted 2. For handhelds, Sony also announced a couple games and a smaller PSP Go. The next year, Microsoft focused on continuing past successes by releasing Halo Reach and Gears of War 3. They also built on the success of the Kinect with Kinect Adventures among a few other Kinect games, and introduced a slimmed-down 360. Nintendo revealed Wii Party, Donkey Kong Country Returns, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and its high hopes for the Nintendo 3DS. Gaming publisher THQ announced Saints Row the Third and Red Faction Armageddon. And finally, Sony revealed work on the third installment of Killzone and sequels to Little Big Planet, Dead Space, and Infamous. In 2011, Microsoft announced Halo 4. Nintendo announced the Wii U. Square Enix revealed Final Fantasy XIII-2 and Hitman Absolution. And Sony unveiled the PlayStation Vita. Other games announced were BioShock Infinite, Mass Effect 3, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Far Cry 3, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Tomb Raider, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, and Skyrim. And finally, last year marked the tail end of one era and the beginning of the next. The highlight was the official announcement of the Wii U with the new Super Mario Bros. U, Nintendo Land, and Wii Fit U. And so finally now we're up to date. This year, 2013, will be the 19th E3 conference. We're expecting Microsoft to talk about the gaming side of its upcoming Xbox One platform, even though they canceled their scheduled post-press conference. Nintendo will actually sit this one out for the first time and instead host smaller Nintendo Direct events. And Sony will hopefully talk more about the PS4 console and platform, but I'll be sure to post updates in future episodes if you'd like. And let me again welcome all the latest subscribers. It's actually been a long time since I posted my last video, but since I'm using some of my vacation time at work next week, I hope to post more content as soon as the news hits the interwebs. And click the links below to see Gaming Wars 8 if you'd like to hear my thoughts about what really makes a great console platform. I recorded it about 4 months ago, but I think it'll give you a preview about what I expect going into E3.